everyone. Welcome back to Happy Hour Talks. My name is Ruth,
My name is China.
and today we are going to be talking about our ADHD era and our inability to stay focused in modern time. So, a little backstory of why I decided to talk about in our ADHD era was because I was watching a video about like the remodeling of certain cars and the evolution of like the car models. And I just kept getting annoyed about it, like I just kept fast forwarding it to the end to see like the progress of how it would look. And then the editor of the video was like, "Oh, like this 10-second clip shows da 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 da." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like these videos are only 10 seconds long. Why can't I focus for 10 seconds?" And then I just started to realize that maybe I might be in my ADHD era. So, China, do you have any experiences, or can you relate, or can you not relate to what I'm talking about?
No, I can completely relate. Actually, I was diagnosed with ADHD in college. When you think about disorders like that, I don't know. Like we talk about it casually, like you even saying I'm in my ADHD era, like that's how we talk about it, but it's a real thing and it really will keep you from being able to consistently keep your mind focused in one place and, sticking with one topic. So, yeah, I love watching YouTube videos and I'm very big on going to just the end of it, fast forwarding. YouTube actually has a feature where you can like see the most replayed part of the video, and I feel like that just goes to show a lot of people are that way. Like if we just want to see that one part, go ahead and get to the end of the story. We'll go straight to there. So I feel you.
And I wonder if it's increasing within our generation or like the times that we're living in. Um, I think so. Like, I honestly feel like with a lot of the apps that we have, we want to like go through, the videos quickly or like scroll really quickly. And I honestly feel like it is having an effect on how we're able to study, how we're able to work and concentrate, which is kind of scary. Do you feel like having ADHD has set you back on a lot of things, or you've just navigated your way across it?
I think I've navigated it the best way I can. I think that
Okay.
social media being so accessible and quick and easy definitely has played a part into a lot of people falling more into ADHD tendencies, fast forwarding, TikTok videos, songs being 2 minutes nowadays. People just want you to hurry up and get to the point. We don't have the time to sit and waste 5 or 6 minutes devoting it to just your song or to just your story time video. We need you to go ahead and get to the point. I think that a part of something that I think that a big something big that plays into it is capitalism, right? Like we always have to be on the go, we always have to be working, focus on the next thing. So we don't have leisurely time to sit and really take it all in and dwell, you know.
Ooh, I'm so glad you talked about capitalism because I feel like we are also in our grinding era or having multiple streams of income. And oh, if you're not making six figures plus, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing the side hustle? And sometimes I just feel like I need to take a breather and like chill, but then I feel like I can't. Like, I just need to keep working harder towards my goals. So, that has been really interesting and hard to navigate because even this year, by the end of January, I was already exhausted from all the things that I've been doing. And then I started to study a little bit about like the Chinese culture and the Chinese New Year because a lot of my coworkers were talking about it. And they were saying that this is the year of the rabbit, meaning like the year to like relax and really just like basically stay low key, don't do too much. And I just have been thinking like, how do I really separate myself from the grind culture and like always on the move and just relaxing?
Hmm. I feel like that's America, period. We have this really big like hustle culture, and we really make a big deal about being the underdog and American dream. You have to manifest destiny. You have to work really hard to get what you want, and I think that that isn't how it should be. You should be able to just relax and live life. We shouldn't have to work ourselves to death just to make sure our bills are paid and we have food on the table, roof over our heads. But that's America for you, and that's capitalism, and that's all of the entities that go along with it. So
Yeah. Um, I wrote down a few other discussion points. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about is juggling multiple things at once. Because we are like able to juggle multiple things at once, I do see a little bit of productivity that comes along with that. So I am currently pursuing my master's, and when I'm in lecture, I can juggle many things at once. I can understand what the professor is talking about. I work on my discussion boards and my projects all at the same time, and I know what's going on, but I also feel like, am I really getting everything that I need to get, or am I just half passing all those parts, you know? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're able to juggle multiple things at once, or you're like dibbling and dabbling at each section?
I feel like when you have several things to do at one time, you can't give 100% of yourself to it anyway. So it's up to you to decide what percentage of you are you going to distribute to this task. Kudos to all the people going back and getting a higher level degree while you're working, while you're in everyday, working life, because that takes a lot to do. But I think that like professors and things understand that you can't give 100% of yourself to the lecture and to the classes and the work. So this is what it is.
In undergrad, were you one of those students who, like, you were on your computer browsing but still listening to the professor at the same time, or you dedicated your full attention to the professor?
I was typically on my phone, but it also depended on if I liked the course and
Ooh,
if I knew there was something coming up really important. Like we might be going reviewing stuff for a future exam, and they're like, "Hey, this question is really, really important, and it's going to be the exact same question on the exam." So I did my best to have my little, what do they call it? Something ears. My little pointers up, So whenever I hear them say something that makes me perk up, I'm like, "Oh, I need to be paying attention." But yeah, I was definitely on my phone a lot,
yeah, no,
scrolling.
that's relatable. That's
Mhm.
so relatable. Because once you hear, oh, the test, like you automatically what stop everything, you know?
Yeah. And
Crazy.
professors know that. Like that's why they work in those trigger words. They know when we're gonna pay attention. They know that people when they have their laptops on, like they're not necessarily writing notes. They're scrolling YouTube, online shopping, watching Netflix in class. That's something I could never do. Now that when I would see people be sitting behind people, see them watching shows, I'm like, now that I can't do. That's doing too much.
Mhm. That's wilding.
Mhm.
Um, do you think this is having an effect, like ADHD or inability to focus on one thing, is having an effect on our relationships? Because I have been seeing and hearing a lot of poly relationships coming out, and I'm like, I just wonder if it's just a correlation or people just want to explore like multiple things just for fun.
Huh. That's something I never thought about. People who are in these polysexual relationships, are they, yeah, can they not focus on one person? They need different people to kind of deflect energy off of.
Mhm.
Um, no, I don't know that I think those are correlated. I think it has more to do men, I don't know. That's a different video.
Yeah, yeah.
That
But I was just like, a lot of people in our generation, we've been talking about just like dating multiple people at once, or just like talking to multiple people at once. And I'm thinking, like, are we just, well, are people just bored, just talking
for
to
sure.
one person, you know?
Yeah, a lot of us just want companions. So, especially like Tinder and hookup culture, like, yeah, no one wants to. I'm not saying that no one wants to focus on one person. I just think it's easier to like go on a date here and there,
Yeah.
hook up here and there for people. It's
Okay.
just easier for them to do.
But just that doesn't have to do with our attention span.
Not necessarily. Mhm.
Okay.
Just desires.
Desires. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last topic that I want to talk about is content creation. Because now we are on the content creation or content creator side, we've been having to shift a lot of things just to basically grab the user's attention, right? So
Hmm.
this means that we're creating shorts, we're making our videos shorter. Do you think that a lot of companies are having to adjust to people's attention span?
For sure, for sure. Like I said, the music industry has had to adjust. Making shorter songs.
Yeah,
I don't like, okay, I think about movies, for example. Something like Avatar can be 2 or 3 hours because they have a cult following. If you don't have that cult following, I do think you have to start off um, with
yeah,
a shorter variation of it. And this is something that we talked about as a podcast moving forward. We needed to shorten our videos because we don't have the audience to be putting out 40-minute videos.
right.
You know, it has to be interesting. It has to be something that doesn't make them want to fall asleep. Like,
Yeah.
yes, definitely companies, industries, people in general are definitely having to be more mindful that we are just not paying attention how we used to. We don't have the time to.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Like, what's even scary is I told you all that I went to a play last week. And before the play started, they said this is going to be an hour and 30-minute play without an intermission. I kind of panicked because I'm like an hour and 30 minutes, me just sitting here looking at y'all. Like, how am I going to do this? So, like, every like few minutes or like every 15 minutes, I would just have to like touch my phone and look at it to just feel like relaxed or like something to ease my mind off of having to just sit and focus on one thing. And I feel like that's kind of getting too scary. And I also want to share another experience. So on my birthday, I decided to go to the spa. And at the spa that I went to, we couldn't bring any technology. We had to put it into our lockers. So I realized that I couldn't even really enjoy the moments at being at the spa because I was just bored and my mind just kept racing the entire time. And I'm like, if I can't even relax and like ease my mind, how am I going to, juggle like possibly having ADHD? So that's been really like interesting to think about these past few days.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like conditioning. We are conditioned to do certain things, and we also have to condition ourselves to not do those things. And certain things become habits. You do it so many times, so now you have to practice more mindful thinking in regards to taking more time for yourself and really being in the moment to relax. And
Yeah.
it just takes some time, but I mean, we this is the society that we live in. It says that this is how it's supposed to be. So
And because you were actually like professionally diagnosed, how do you manage your ADHD if you don't mind me asking?
sure, in college I took medication because I just wouldn't focus if I didn't take the medication. Now that I'm out of college, I'm just working. Um, how am I managing it? Am I managing it?
Okay,
I
okay.
just, I just, I just think I know I have to work to do a job. I have to meet my metrics to get paid, and you know, I just keep that in the back of my mind as I start working more things in, finally getting out more, being more social and stuff. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Keep a Google calendar? Practice better productivity?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's something for me to think about. Thank
yeah.
you for asking that.
And I don't think that a lot of these companies or people are really helping us along the way. Like I do know TikTok. Once in a while, you might see a screen like, "Hey, like you might want to rest a little bit. You've been scrolling a
Oh,
lot."
man, I love those.
Yeah, I do. But I'm like, are other companies like really helping us, combat this like ADHD that we're.
TikTok TikTok actually does have a feature that you can do. If you've been scrolling for 30 minutes, it'll have an alert pop up on your screen. Hey, you've been on here for 30 minutes. You want to go ahead and take a break? And
Yeah,
you can leave that. Of course, I always click dismiss, but eventually it's good because it does make you go, oh, wait, I have been on here a while. Let me put my phone down, go do something. So, some companies are definitely working in different features like social media apps, stuff like that, to be
yeah.
like, hey, you've been here a while.
Okay. That's good to know. I just hope it gets better because I've just been anxious or like just my mind has been racing recently, and I'm like, is anybody or anyone else experiencing this, or is this
Yes.
a select few?
Yes. So let me ask,
Okay.
with anxiety and stuff, what do you feel like? I just admitted I don't know what I'm really doing, but do you feel like you're doing things to like manage anxiety or kind of work around your ADHD and try to focus more intensely on stuff? Or
No, that's the issue. Like, um, honestly, I just go to bed, like I just sleep it off,
yeah,
and then when
and
I
that's
wake
not
up,
a bad thing, but
oh,
it's just like
and
the amount sometimes.
can you repeat that?
I said that's not a bad thing. It's just the amount sometimes. It's like,
Ooh.
is it a nap anymore or am I sleeping?
That's a good question because yesterday I basically exhausted my body on purpose. And then I just took, it wasn't even a nap, a sleep. Like once it hits like 2 hour long, I'm like, this is considered a sleep now. So I don't know. I don't think I've been doing a very good job juggling it. So I'm just trying to understand like what I can do to help or, you know,
But you know, and we hear ladies say this, a lot of women especially tell me once they get in their 30s, they get more comfy in their schedule and they really get in their pocket and get in their bag and find out how to juggle everything a little better at least. So,
yeah. Well, if you all are listening and experiencing this issue as well, please let us know because I don't know. I don't think I'm crazy. I just feel like a lot of us, we are in our ADHD era and we don't know how to, stay focused on one thing at once.
mhm,
So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Or if you're experiencing this as well, let me know.
for sure. You got anything else to add today?
No, next week's episode, do you know what it's going to be about, or we're just going to figure it out?
We'll see.
Okay.
It's going to be something juicy though, so tune in.
Tune in and make sure you all bring your drinks. And please,
Have water today. I can't do too much.
I'm drinking anything. Yeah, but I guess that's it. Make sure you all subscribe. It's showing that 80% of our viewers are not subscribed. So please subscribe and make sure you tune in every Friday to listen to more episodes. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.